Ladies and gents, welcome back. We made the news. We made the news, not just national news, but we made the newspaper. Hey, what are we doing here? Well, it's this little book. It just keeps getting around all over the place. And this is the book that I recommended written by Derek Smith and illustrated by Kaide Knipe. How the Prime Minister Stole Freedom. Fantastic little read, real gem. But we made it into the National Post. Of course, it's getting the rounds all over the place. Everybody's talking about it. But yeah, National Post this morning. First, reading the Trudeau parody topping Amazon's bestseller list. Of course, here's the cover of the book. But yeah, the number one book on Amazon right now is a parody children's book slamming Justin Trudeau's response to the Freedom Convoy. How the Prime Minister Stole Freedom, modeled loosely on the Dr. Seuss classic How the Grinch Stole Christmas, follows the trials of the Trudeau-esque leader who is tortured by freedom-loving truckers invading his capital city. This is amazing. The titular Prime Minister is depicted as a dim politician. His brain was 3 sizes too small, who schemes to seize the freedoms of Canadian citizenry in a manner similar to the Grinch scheming to steal Christmas from Whoville. In the Seussian style, it's written in what is this? Anapestic terra. When you use these words, I have to go look them up. I haven't had a chance. From coast to coast, the truckers drove through the snow and their small fringe numbers continued to grow. One day, a trucker appeared in the town with thousands behind from miles around, reads a passage describing the arrival of the Freedom Convoy. Now, it got the rounds on social media. Here we have a tweet from Real Max Power, who's Derek himself, who wrote the book. What do you guys think? Should we roast Jagmeet Singh next? Maybe another number one book on Amazon, LOL. So he's just tweeting that out. It's written by Derek Smith, a Calgary-based full-time father of 3, previously best known to the internet as the vintage video game streamer. As of Tuesday afternoon, How the Prime Minister Stole Freedom was number one top-selling book on Amazon Canada. In a recent interview with Maverick Media, Smith credited the ranking review on the conservative Canadian YouTube channel Clyde Do Something. I'm a conservative now, apparently. I know I I guess the channel tends to lean one way, and that makes a lot of sense, but I've never been put in a box quite like that before, which sparked enough of a rush on the book to drive it past the best-selling Incumbent, a novel by author Colleen Hoover, who was just hoovering up those sales on Amazon. I figured we'd hit number one in our category, but I didn't think we'd hit number one in Canada, he said. So here's a link to my channel, my video on the National Post. So this is a first for me. So I'm kind of proud of this moment. Even though they just kind of threw me in a box, whatever, that's fine. Smith told Maverick Media that it makes a point not to discuss politics around children, but was a big supporter of the Freedom Convoy, the anti-mandate protest that established a weeks-long blockade. We're going to use that language again. A blockade doesn't have lanes open, but whatever. You want to characterize it that way. Ottawa, downtown Ottawa, Smith said he was heartbroken that at the protest's final denouement, which saw many organizers jailed or financially ruined, which is, I mean, what do you say to that? And conceived the book in their defense. But he said he tried to write it without malice and wouldn't necessarily recommend reading it to children. Trudeau is never mentioned by name, and that may be for legal reasons. A lengthy disclaimer on the book's opening page reassures that the views and opinions expressed in this book are those of characters only and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by individuals on which these characters are based. And oh yeah, and they also put the link to the Maverick Media podcast where Derek showed up. That was great. I watched that. I was in there. A second disclaimer is included to ward off lawsuits from the Dr. Seuss estate, but Smith certainly did his homework. All the usual Trudeau slams are here. Prime Minister can be seen sipping from a drink box, water bottle sort of thing. He uses the word people kind. He is briefly pictured in blackface, a prominent racist thing that people do, that the Prime Minister has been known to do from time to time, not just once. On one page, the Prime Minister gazes lovingly at a framed portrait of Winnie the Pooh, an obvious stand-in for the Chinese President Xi Jinping. A reference to Trudeau's infamous 2013 remark that he admires China's basic dictatorship. These are actual words from Justin Trudeau. How the Prime Minister stole freedom is Smith's second foray into political inspired faux children's book writing. Let's Go Brandon, published in October, follows the travails of a hapless child named Brandon who represents U.S. President Joe Biden. That sounds funny. The book joins a thriving online cottage industry of anti-Trudeau merchandise on Amazon, which is best represented by dozens of hats, flags, bumper stickers, and t-shirts bearing the slogan F Trudeau with the U artfully replaced with a maple leaf. But yeah, that's us. That's us. We're making the National Post. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, we're getting up there. This woman made that article too. Wow, some people making themselves famous around here. This one obviously getting the rounds as well. But hey, what a start to the day, ladies and gents. And you know what? It's all because of you guys. You guys are the ones that actually make this happen. You guys were the ones who responded so vehemently to my review of this book and jumped on Amazon and made it the bestseller overnight and for days. I believe it's still a bestseller. It's amazing. So last I heard, it's over 5,000 copies sold and growing, or up to 5,000. I'm not sure exactly the number, but it's just crazy. The sales of this book and people just snatching them up so quick. And I'm just so proud of this community. I love it. It's amazing. And yeah, well, we'll definitely be talking more about this as Derek makes more books and publishes more. So anyway, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Tell me how you feel about making the news. This is great news. And well, we'll see you in the next video. Keep on trucking.